I have a quick story to share before I run out of time, and, well, it's really stupid and it's not my fault, but there's this girl in my year level who really hates me, and I'm not naming names in case you're from my school and you're like, who is it? Because it's pretty obvious that she hates me and I don't like her because she hates me for no reason. Let's start. In year 7, she was in one of my classes. I managed to be smart enough to get out of that class because it was for the people who needed help. She was pretty nasty to me all year. She wouldn't stop asking me why my headphones were green, and I was like, come on, I just like the colour green, give me a break please. We had to take a survey, and as an example, we had to take colours of hair, and I was like, you're blonde, and she was like, oh my god, my hair's not blonde, you don't know me well enough to say my hair's blonde. And it's like, mate, your hair is blonde. And she kept on saying, are you calling me stupid? Are you saying I'm stereotypically blonde? Because I am not blonde, you don't know me well enough to say that. And then until everyone else just said, mate, shut up, you're blonde, she was like, fine, list me as blonde, when she was clearly blonde. She believed a heartbeat had a gender. But the thing is, she is not, I'm not saying she's stupid in case she watches this, but mate, you're mean to me for no reason and you're wondering why I don't get along with you either. At the end of year 7, which was like a few years back, we had to go to this bowling place, and instead of bowling I went to find tokens that you could use to play on the arcade, and she was like, oh, can you help me find some? And I was like, no, and you've been mean to me all year. So her face was like and I was like, pew. And then year 8, she still wasn't that nice to me. She just, every time I was walking the hall, she'd be like, and pull a face at me. I remember one. I know it sounds really stupid of me to make an entire video about this person, but I've just got to get off because it's so funny at how her mind works. I've turned up the brightness on my laptop. She last year we had after lunch we'd have activities to do whatever we want, whether we could study or not, and on a specific day everyone in our year could pick an activity to do instead of doing sport. I picked art because I love art, and she was one of those people who joined, and it's like, not that you're not good, I mean I haven't seen her art, but she didn't want to do it because she wouldn't stop talking to her friend, and quite a lot of the time the teacher that was running it, he was late to the room, so she would be talking, but there'd be an art lady in there who had no idea we would be coming in, and she'd get angry at us, and I'd be like, excuse me, it isn't me talking, it's her. I point to the girl. If she finds this, I mean, come on, you're being mean to me for no reason. That's for giving me a dirty look all these years I've known you. Guess what? I came to stand with my friends because I have a group of friends who have to sit at one bench, and because there's not enough, they sit at another bench. So sometimes they get up and stand to give other people room to sit down, and they just stand and talk to other people. We're not the most. We do communicate, but sometimes we go off to do our own things. And I came back from the library because I go to the library quite a lot because it's much more quiet, and this girl is talking to my friends, at least 4 of them, and some of them one of them I'm not too matey with, but he has been in my class long enough to say we get along really well, and we don't really hang out outside class, so that's why I say we're not friends. But then as soon as she left with this other guy who isn't one of the 4 people who are my friends, I was like, oh, you're talking to da-da-da. Did she say anything about me? I mean, come on. She probably did, no offence. I mean, she most definitely did. And they were like, yeah, what she said was, I really hate Jasmine. But don't worry, we tried stopping her. We said, now she's our friend, we don't want to talk about her in a negative way. And hats off to my friend, like, that really was really nice that they did that. Like, yeah, I mean, it's much better to say that than be like, oh, she said these things about you, I didn't stop her because I wanted to hear what she would say and why she thought that. Stopping it straight away was a good way. And apparently the girl was just like, okay, let's not talk about her then. And I was like, bingo. See, my friends are good. But what was she trying to do with that? Like, what is that going to do? They're my friends you're talking to. If you're going to say something bad about me to persuade them not to be my friend, they're not going to listen to you because they're my friends for a reason. It's so funny. I can't help it. And like, back to the migraine story. I had a migraine in year 7, and I tried sitting down. She stole my chair and tried sitting where I was sat. And I was like, can you not do this, please? I've got a migraine. That migraine lasted for 6 days, by the way, after that day. And I was like, please, it's really bad. It turns out I've got too much iron in my blood, and it's really throbbing, and it's only period 1. Can I please just sit in my seat? And she was like, no, you weren't sat there. And I was like, I put my stuff down there. I just went to tell the teacher I'm not feeling well. And she was like, fine then. But she didn't do anything. So I know it was dumb, but I got to the floor. I pretty much dropped to my knees, and I was like, please, I've got a massive migraine. You've got to let me sit. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to cope. And then she was like, fine. Then, the next, year, because that was near the end of the year, by the way, it was Kokoric, like, after-school activities. She was talking to 2 other friends, like, not the ones from before, but she was like, and oh my god, she got on the floor and she started complaining and crying at me and being like, why aren't you moving? And, again, what is she trying to prove by complaining about me to my friends? You can't do that, and she was exaggerating. You can't do that. They're my friends for a reason. Leave them alone. I know I'm annoying and they know that, but they've stuck with me. You can't make them move. Trust me, they won't. They're loyal. So if you're salty, you can just stick it up the clacker. And that was like 2 years ago now. I've known her for like 3-ish. 3. And it's like, don't give me that look in the hall when I walk past. It makes me look like I've kicked your dog, and I know you have a dog because it's your but it's so hard. And my sister's glaring at me. And she's cringing, and I'll try and edit something out, don't worry. God, she's such an idiot. Not my sister. You can never win. You talking to someone? Oh, I was making a video.
Oh. I'll be quiet.
Okay.
Have fun.